you back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Something other. It's a Saturday morning. It's in Newcastle.
We did one normal take of this where he was like, news, and then he was like, we'll go again, we'll go again.
We need to do a bit more, yeah. Outside, it's -1, Sam.
It is.
In the
It's
degrees
ridiculous.
Celsius. It's frozen everywhere.
Oh.
That's what I'm Ross, and he's Sam from Cultaholic, and here is the news on this lovely frozen Saturday morning. 3 WWE Superstars made their big return on Friday Night SmackDown. The Fiend has revealed his own Universal Championship. And we have a contract detail update on a WWE announcer. So last night's Friday Night SmackDown was a bit like a university reunion. After 10 years, you come back reunited and it feels so good.
Should have singing mood today.
I know I am. I'm chipper. It's 3 superstars made their return last night. We'll go in order of size in feet and inches.
Right, okay.
So first of all, we had Sheamus, who I think is slightly taller than Elias. Sorry for the spoilers. So Sheamus returned for the first time since around just after WrestleMania 35 season. There's been all sorts of rumour and innuendo about what's been wrong with Sheamus. There's been stuff about his neck.
Yeah.
There was concussion issues. The neck issues were compared to what Edge had, so there was genuine fears from a lot of people in the know that he might not return ever. But he returned last night sporting the same haircut that he had before the Cultaholic Warrior, the Celtic Warrior was a thing. What are your thoughts on that do, Sam?
That hairdo's proper. It's
Beaker.
1999, early 2000, isn't it?
He even had the beard and all that.
chin
Like,
strap.
it's a bit outdated, that isn't it, Sheamus? But if anyone can make it work from it, Sheamus.
Yeah, I mean, he made it work for a long time before he had the mohawk, so
Yeah.
as well. I just remember being a bit terrified at the time. You remember, like, I think it was before maybe he was doing Celtic Warrior workouts, or before it was such a big thing. There was a video of him in his house showing you how he's having to rehab his neck. And he was like hanging this thing off a door frame and like having to like roll his neck in.
I remember that, yeah.
It looked like he had to move so delicately. It was like, Jesus.
Was
like,
it a couple
really...
of years ago he had a big injury as well, and he came back and he was taking bumps on the apron and stuff and on the floor when he was in the bar.
Yes. the bar.
The bar. We are the bar. We're not the bar. But Sheamus returned last night in a darkened corridor. Very moody scene it was. He was cutting a promo. He was shooting. He was doing the old Finn Balor on his colleagues. He said that SmackDown used to be the land of opportunity. It also used to be the home of some of the fiercest competitors on the planet. Now I've had some time to sit back and watch the lay of the land, and the current state of SmackDown is pathetic. All I see is a bunch of misfits and cowards. A Fiend, a King, a Shorty G, whatever the hell that is. It's a small man.
Who wears basketball clothes for some reason.
No one's hungry, no one with a backbone, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's become soft. I'm big and I'm a Celtic warrior. My name is Sheamus and I love to fight.
O'Shaughnessy.
Sheamus O'Shaughnessy.
Is his website still up? His old gimmick website used to be up there where he's like legit like a 400-year-old Celtic warrior who's like come out of the ether to wrestle in the modern day.
I really, the aesthetic when he returned as the proper Celtic warrior, I thought was
great.
the little tassels on his
and he
beard.
got like the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail, and all that was implemented.
He was wearing that on his t-shirt last night, so that's the thing. But yeah, well, it looks like we've gone back to old heel Sheamus, but not quite the Celtic warrior that he used to be. The second,
I like it.
I'm not gonna. You can't crap on it already.
Yeah,
It's barely hasn't barely
exactly.
happened, has it? The second return in terms of feet and inches is Elias.
I'm going to go for the other one now. I was like, what?
Who made his first return since getting pulled out of the King of the Ring tournament. Of course, he defeated Kevin Owens thanks to that bastard Shane McMahon in the first round. Then an ankle injury, I think it was reported, made sure that Elias could not compete, and then Shane got involved and everything became tickety-boo, didn't it? But Elias returned in a backstage segment where he sang a song at Drake Maverick after Drake Maverick had attempted to kiss Dana Brooke with some mistletoe. And that's even though, Sam, Dana Brooke is flirting with Batista and Drake Maverick is a married man. But, you know, Elias sang a song and it went a little bit something like this. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't you forget about Keith. No, 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 no. Don't you forget about Keith. Oh, 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 ah, ah. It took the piss out of Drake for being a small man, presumably. I can't remember what he actually sang.
Is Drake Maverick now
Just
gonna
a bit
start
of a
wrestling?
Drake Maverick is, and I hesitate to say this, Sam, he appears to be a bit of a pest.
What do you mean?
He just goes up to Dana Brooke. Oh, it's Christmas season, Dana. It's my favourite time of the year. Dingle, dingle, dingle. And Dana's like, no, not in a million years, son. Then Elias walks around the corner.
Batista's going to show up and knock him out, isn't he?
I'm on board with the Dana Brooke Batista thing. It's the most captivating WWE stuff today.
I think for their money, Drake Maverick is the most underutilized member of that entire roster.
Very
when he had that match against Mike, he showed that. But I'd like to see, if he's going to be stepping away from 205 Live and doing more stuff like this, then get him in the ring.
Being a pest. Oh. And of course, the third return was Alexa Bliss, where there's been so many stories about her health and well-being over the past few months.
It's been scary, man.
Yeah.
It was points where she was definitely coming back, and then she'd be pulled the day before the show, and it was like, oh.
There's been really worrying stuff, but she's been shooting it down on Twitter, and with good reason, because she is now back.
Yeah.
She returned last night on SmackDown. She is going to be in a four-way women's tag team championship match at Starrcade this weekend. That's a thing that's happening.
I'd like for those belts to start to mean something.
Yeah.
So a big change here would be quite nice.
I mean, the Kabuki Warriors are doing great.
Oh yeah, but I think really build a nice big feud around a couple of teams there would really help.
Not some thrown together tag teams like Charlotte and Becky or Charlotte and Natalya. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's more. It just feels more like it's just sort of. Well, we need to. You two go on straight out, and then somebody accidentally leaves the belts in the locker room, and then the week after there's a new set of champions. So they just found them and whapped him on the shoulders.
So yeah, Alexa returned for the first. She hasn't wrestled since Hell in a Cell on October the 6th when the Kabuki Warriors took those titles from her and Nikki Cross. And I don't know if this was a part of SmackDown or whether it was one of those exclusive WWE.com interviews afterwards.
Exclusive, it's what you're about to say.
Nikki called herself a sex pot. Also on SmackDown last night, we had The Fiend with a double-header ting. We had him doing the muscle man dance. Oh, the fat man dance. It was about being fat with a PH and speaking about reptilian people.
And triangles,
right? Yeah, and triangle. Don't let the triangle men in.
Particle Man, but they might be giants. Yeah.
So he was doing that towards Daniel Bryan, Mind Games or Afloat.
Yes, of course.
But also, The Fiend unveiled his brand.
Face. That was his whole thing. He's like, I'm going to add a new face to
Firefly. Everyone was going wild during the week. Women were creating fake Twitter profiles to try and suggest it was Sister Abigail and maybe even Liv Morgan coming into the Firefly Funhouse. But no, he unveiled a brand new toy. But it was also Sam's idea. Sam,
it's I didn't know what was happening there. I was waiting for you to go on. But no, I'd said it from day one. I like the idea that the Fiend is sort of this weird interdimensional. He's sort of like It. He's sort of like Pennywise, isn't he? He's weird and he's got powers. And I think if he had that belt, he'd corrupt it, or it would change around him. So Bray Wyatt has the normal belt, but when he's the Fiend, it changes into this big horrible monstrosity. And what a big horrible monstrosity it is! It's proper his mask. It's all
I've written down here, it is his face on a belt. It says hurt, it says heal.
It says let me in as well across it.
I like that, and the buckle at the back is quite a nice aesthetic.
The buckle instead of the usual Velcro, with the fake buttons now. But front and center, it's the Fiend's face, and everybody's been a bit but I think if the Fiend's sort of this weird Pennywise-y style character, it's really unnerving anyway to look at his face. So it's probably double unnerving to have it there again. And you sort of these weird Pennywise-y monsters kill children and stuff, and its whole Firefly Funhouse is obviously a children's show. I guess it sort of looks kind of fun, it's seeing his double face.
Come here, children.
Yeah. And then just bites their old heads off.
I also wrote, it is dark and red and veiny, like arms or cow's legs.
Or something else.
Penis, are you going for there? But yeah, Bray was on the Firefly Funhouse. He was saying he's thankful for Thanksgiving and all that stuff. He's thankful for the Universal title. Sharing is caring, of course. So buy a brand new toy, children. Yes, the new belt will be available on WWE's online shop, but there's only...
Bray sends me one in the post, please.
I doubt it, Sam, because
I need something for my desk.
There is only a limited supply. They're all being handcrafted by Tom Savini. So they haven't announced the price or how many there's going to be available, but there is a limited amount.
Yeah,
and he's going to make them all by hand.
It makes sense that they'll do a figure with a belt, and they'll probably do the plastic version. But yeah, they're being made in Savini's studio, so I imagine they're going to be upwards of $1,000.
And I imagine they are going to be collectible because they're all going to be individually numbered.
Yeah, they'll be.
Imagine getting number 666 or something like that. Oh. And finally, we have a contract update on a WWE announcer, and that WWE announcer is Jerry the King Lawler, who we all thought at the start of this brand new era of Raw and SmackDown having their own individual things and whatnot, it was just going to be a stand-in until they, bed in Vic in his new main roster role, until they find someone else to replace him. But no, it appears he's sticking around for a bit longer because he revealed at GalaxyCon recently that he signed a new 3-year deal with WWE.
Yeah, I mean, it's Jerry Lawler, innit? Like, he's the voice of, he's one half of the voices of our childhood, for the most part. Like, it's, he's a safe pair of hands when it comes to commentary. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for so long. It sort of makes sense. But same as you, I thought that Lawler was going to sort of be around for a little bit and then maybe be used on the retro Raws or like the throwback SmackDowns and stuff. But good on him, good on him for having the work ethic and wanting to go out there and still give.
I mean, that's naturally, as we all thought. I thought the world had passed Jerry Lawler by. Yeah. Just, his beliefs and what he says and whatnot. Yeah. But by and large, he's had a few rough moments, and maybe a few is a bit underselling it, but he's had a lot of rough moments. Yeah. But by and large, he has been quite good. He hasn't been the bland Jerry Lawler that we saw like in 2015-16.
It feels like there's a fire under him again.
Yeah, it's quite nice. Again, you do think surely there must be somebody better out there. Maybe a Nigel McGuinness or someone like that. Yeah. But then again, Nigel, NXT, it's a great fit. I don't know what to make of Lawler on Raw. I do like him. He's better. The two commentary man thing is helping, of course, because the third person in that is just, what's the point? Yeah. But Jerry Lawler, it looks like he's sticking around for good. So what do with that what you will, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know what JR's still about, so you know as well.
Well, that's not a good example to use because JR has lost it. And before we go, just to justify why WWE have handed this man a new 3-year deal, the feeling within the company, according to Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, is that Jerry Lawler has done well in helping both Joseph and Dio Madden, rest in peace Dio, of course, in getting into their new roles. So I guess, are we just going to see this for another 6 months or so and then somebody's brought in once Vic, and maybe if Dio returns, I don't know if Dio's going to return, judging by the way he's just been left off for weeks now after one F5 through a table. Just after a few months there, just sat on the merry way and then Lawler goes into the background.
Well, I know that Michael Cole, that I think he'd said a while ago that his ideal dream position eventually is to be backstage and be the guy in everybody's ear and be the guy that's training people.
Pronouns, pal! You're meant to say he and him. Sorry, no, not that. Say their names. I
think like having Lawler do something like that, he's been around since before Cole. Like he's a very, very safe pair of hands when it comes to commentary. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. And if you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can play us to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Hit subscribe and join us